And we are live. Sunday Night with Those Guys. And Sunday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys. And Lawrence is muted. Welcome, everyone, because Lawrence is muted and he doesn't know that he's muted. I don't know if he's muted. I just know that I can't hear him. So welcome everyone in the chat and everyone listening. How's everyone this afternoon, this Sunday? Lawrence, I do not hear you, Lawrence. Yeah, yep. I don't know. Hey, what's up there, JSK? What's up, everyone there? Oh, what's that? Who's here in the chat? Matt Bagwell. What's up, man? How you doing, guys? How you doing? Drone Shots. What's good? How's it going? I don't know. Lawrence is having some technical difficulties. His mic is. Well, he's on the phone, I guess. So yeah, we're waiting for Lawrence to get in here, and we got some stuff to talk about tonight with you guys. There's a few things that we got. What's up? Hey, you're back.
You can hear me now.
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, for some strange, I apologize for that, but for some strange reason, just as I went live, it said USB port not recognized, not functioning right. I'm like, right before I start my stream, I get a message like that, and of course, it was the port that my microphone wasn't plugged in properly in the bottom. It wasn't. It was the USB was plugged in, but the plug was coming out on the bottom. So we resolved the issue. Welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. What's up, Herman? How are you, man?
Same old thing. Just different day.
Now, any other time I can't get voice response to listen to me, and right now it's saying everything that I've been typing to you. I never hit send. Oh, I never stopped sending.
Well.
You know how I used the voice? Hey, Drone Life, JSK, how are you? What's up? Welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. I apologize for the screw up.
Yeah.
What did you say?
No, I was talking to everyone in the chat before when you were having your operating difficulties over there.
I appreciate it. I'm glad that you were able to hold on for a sec. That's when you said I was on the phone. I was actually sending you a text. SJM Drones Media, how are you? Welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. Good evening, everyone. How the hell are you?
Yeah.
It's the beginning of another great week. Michael Blades, and for those of you out there who fly FPV,
hey Gary, what's up?
Invested in my first Caddx unit for my DJI goggles. So one of my birds, hopefully when I get down to Florida, I'll be flying HD. And if not, that's what's going to happen. But I'm going to try and have HD bird ready for when I get down to Florida. Big Matt, what's up? How are you, man? Gary.
Big Matt, what's up, man? Yeah, it's Sunday night already, man.
Yes, it is. Nice to see the support for our Ukraine brothers and sisters. Well, it's my way of making a statement without getting too political. But Herman?
Yeah.
I went back this morning, because I knew it was going to rain. And I just burned 2 batteries, 2 packs. And the first battery, fine. iPhone, here comes TJ now. The first battery was fine. The second battery, I went out, everything was cruising nice and smooth. And you got to turn your phone sideways.
Yeah,
because you are like this.
Mute the stream.
But anyway, I'm still analog. Michael Blades, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm still analog too. Hey, Jim's droning. What's up, man? How are you? There you go. There you go, TJ. Um,
All
I'm
right.
still.
Wait a
How are
minute.
you, TJ? What's
What
up?
can I, let's see what's going
Michael
on here.
Blades, I'm still analog because all of my birds are analog. I just brought one
I don't
unit.
know what, that's what I'm trying to get the sound up, and for some reason I can barely hear.
Do you have headphones? Do you have headphones?
Oh, hold on. I think I know why. Hold on a
What's
second.
up, Tim? Tim Jackson. What's up, man?
Tim Jackson, what's good? But anyway, as I was saying, I made my first purchase in my for going digital.
Hmm.
And from what I understand, I just take the camera out, I solder it to the flight controller, and I bind it to the radio. It is. It's in don't Michael
Okay.
Blade is not.
Now we're back. Now I got it. I had the sound like on the, like I was talking on the phone instead of having it on the speaker.
Okay, so now you can hear us.
Yeah, now I could hear. Now I could hear fine. How are y'all doing
Okay.
anyways?
What's up,
Okay.
TJ? Hey, Mark Fisher, Tim Jackson, Eat More Possum. What's up, everybody? How are you? Welcome to Sunday
More
Nights with those
possum.
guys.
What's up?
Oh, here, yeah.
Draymond, what's up, man?
If you
Look,
don't know who this guy is, wait a minute. Am I pointing the right way? No, this way. If you don't know who this guy is,
this
that's
guy.
TJ TJ Giggles.
TeeJ Giggles and drones.
Okay.
Let me
So what,
let me go on to the so I'm not just kind of like sitting here not able to see like who's typing in the chats, because I've do you know who Paul Murray is? Do you know, y'all know who Paul Murray is?
yeah,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
I
familiar
do
with him.
his live streams too, and I have to turn on my tablet at the same time so I could see oh crap. Oh, hold on, let's try.
What happened?
No, I was trying to see, because when I'm doing this, I'm not able to see like on my phone who's typing in the chats. So like I'll have my phone on and my tablet on at the same time, so I could type in the chats as well as talking to you
Okay.
guys.
Okay. What's
Yeah.
up, Mark
Gotcha.
Fisher? So Herman, what's good, man? How's your weekend so far?
Well, it's been pretty good. I got out to fly a little bit. We got some shots of a couple of things, we wanted to get some shots of. Compiling some video together to put together a compilation of some stuff. You remember we were together the other day. We went out and we went to that park that you were looking at, that they started developing, and
Yeah.
you wanted some shots of that, of the beginning stage of the development of that. It's basically, truthfully speaking, just a hole in the ground.
It is. It is. Well, yesterday when we saw those guys putting down the spikes to make, they're actually took that road and they're making a sidewalk instead. Someone decided, hey, show eating dinner, what we'll be listening. Now, what's up, Mark Fisher? But they did add more concrete, so I think I'm gonna try and catch it back and forth every now and then randomly. But
Okay.
DJ, if you didn't know
He,
how
just, he just joined the South Florida Drone Meetup group on the Facebook thing, and Matt commented. He said, "Oh, what did he say? Something." He said something funny. It's like, "Man, I can't believe you let that guy in here." and I said, "Man, all hell's gonna break loose now that guy's in here," because you know how crazy Mark is.
Yeah. Mark is a good guy.
Yeah.
Mark Fisher,
I
are
love
you
Mark.
going to the Florida meetup? Are you
Yeah,
coming
I am
down?
sure. I am going. I am going.
You're going?
Yeah, because I'm not far from where the meetup is at all. Like I'm probably like 50 minutes away, like probably like either or 40 minutes away. So I'm
Okay.
not far from Jensen Beach at all.
So you
Okay.
fly with all those guys already?
Yeah, well, Ron's here already. I messaged him on Facebook.
Yeah, I
and
know. Ron's been down there for a minute.
yeah. And I was gonna see if he wanted to get together today to go fly, but he wasn't feeling good. So I guess he at the hotel he's staying at, they have a pool. So he was just gonna relax by the pool. And I did tell him that I'm off on Wednesdays. So maybe we might get together on Wednesday and go fly, and I can finally meet him face to face.
Okay. Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, so I mean,
Well,
like the only people I've actually met is Bill Ronayne. I've hung out with him quite a few times. I've hung out with Matt quite a bit, and I've hung out with Ray Kelly, aka Uncle Ray. I've hung out with him a few times, quite a bit, and then I met Ken Hoffbauer, and he's a real. I like Ken Hoffbauer. He's a nice guy too. So we went. It was myself, Matt, Uncle Ray, Uncle Bill, Ken Hoffbauer, and I think there was about like 5 or 6 of us out on. And Matt's brother came with us because he has a boat, so he let us use his. He hung out with us on his boat and. Went out and did some drone flying. And then we went into this little it was like a bar and restaurant that was on the water, and we went out there and hung out, had a few drinks and ate and had a good time. So that was pretty fun that day.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting down there because after that, it's after that meetup, it's gonna be grind for me. I
Yeah.
have
Now,
things. I have some things to do that I need that take precedence over being on YouTube and hanging out and stuff. Unfortunately, I may
yeah.
get some flying in, but right now it's nothing about grind. I put the heat up to 84 degrees, and my wife has tropical plants, so I'm already in Florida in my
Okay.
head.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's good. Did you check out the story that I sent you about DJI and what they were doing on Women's Day this year?
Oh, I did get that, and I had messaged you back about like how we need more women in the group and stuff like that. So I mean, so far we have Angie, we have who else is
There's a
Angie? Oh,
young lady named
we have
Deneen,
Angie
Tammy
and
Jean.
Barry's wife. Let's see who else.
If you're gonna
Barry,
try to sit here and name women,
I think
who are
Matt's
in-
wife is flying. So
who
she's
fly drones, you're gonna be here all night.
This
and
is
then
true.
and then
then
I
you're gonna forget
I have
people you don't know.
this other female friend of mine. Her name's Lisa. She lives here. She lives down here too. She lives off of Okeechobee, and her and I get together sometimes and we go flying. And her son likes to kayak and stuff, and they like both of them like to kayak. So we'll get together and go fly our drones and just hang out and try to go to new places.
Rob C, what's good? I relayed your message to Herman. We will have to talk at a different time because we don't discuss those things online, as you know, Rob C. But welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody. Well, first story we're going to get into real brief, and I'm just going to talk about it because it's partially over. Unfortunately, March 4th was the deadline for it, but DJI is celebrating Women's Day this month. This is Women's Month, I believe, and have a special Women's Day for 2020, and they're giving away a Mavic 3 in their giveaway to a woman. With International Women's Day, which is in 2 days from now, tomorrow to Tuesday, this Tuesday, March 8th, it will be International Women's Day here in the United States. DJI is looking to celebrate with female drone pilots with a campaign called #ChooseToFly. This is in no way a paid endorsement. I'm not getting paid to do it, but it's something I wish I would have found out before. I could have passed this on in a couple of groups, but what's happening is All you have to do to be in the running, first of all, of course, be a woman, for the Maverick 3, is put together a 1 to 3 minute video telling your story as a drone pilot. But unfortunately, like I said, if you haven't submitted it by March 4th, which was 2 days ago, you are no longer eligible. But all they're asking for, if you want to do vlogging or in your video, how did you get interested in flying drones or incorporating drones into your work? Is there a particular moment you felt proudest of in with work that you accomplished with your drone? Have you experienced that wow moment? Like that wow moment is when you're flying and then all of a sudden you're like in the zone, whether it's FPV or the camera drone, you're like, I just nailed that shot, or I just nailed that move in FPV. That's what they mean by,
Share your story.
huh?
Share your story.
Yeah. Tell your story on what's happening. So I salute DJI on it. They said, basically feel free to share anything that brings your incredible drone journey to life. There are a lot more women in drones, more and more each year.
Yeah,
Last year,
I would definitely
go
love to.
ahead.
It just seems like there's just only like us guys just flying drones and like hardly any females.
Oh,
Like
dude,
I know
dude.
some people like it, some people don't. Like, when we're out there flying, there's gonna be some jackwagon out there saying, "Oh, you can't fly a drone here. Y'all aren't allowed to do that." But I mean, we're not doing anything wrong. I don't know why national parks. I can understand airports. I can understand that, but I don't understand why national parks have to have signs that say, "Oh, you can't fly your drone because of blah 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 blah," or like, or in a community like this, like for instance, I had a Karen, a a colored Karen, come up to me
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, is that you flying your?" Okay, so that. Oh shoot, we're okay. Hold on. There's a letter I want to share. Hold on a second.
Well, anyway, getting back to the still till TJ comes back.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
there
So
you
what?
go.
So what had happened was, while I'm telling the story and looking for the letter, I was flying my Mini 2, and I had this guy approach me. He was like, "Hey, is that you flying your drone?" I was like, yeah. Well, this is a private community, and you're spying on me through my window." And I was literally not doing that whatsoever. I was just flying over the houses, and just doing my thing there. And the guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna report you to the HOA." Da 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 da. Okay, so here it is. It says immediate action, notice of violation for Thousand Oaks. It says, "Dear homeowner or tenant, during an inspection of the property, it has come to our attention that you are in violation of the association documents and rules and regulations. The violation that was noted and described: drone flying near homeowner's bedroom window," which I was not doing, that I told you. To
All
help
right.
to help us in our effort to preserve the appearance of the community, we ask your cooperation in taking the following action. Please note, drone activity near someone's personal space, in this case, hovering near the resident's bedroom window, is an invasion of privacy. This notice serves as your first warning. If you cannot comply with the request or feel that the request is unfair, you have the right to appeal to the community elected board of directors. To appeal, you must submit a letter in writing to the address above. You will be contacted by the representative of the association.
So
Well,
basically, what they're saying is that you're being a peeping Tom.
Well,
right.
like I said, I was not doing anything of that
Well,
nature.
can I tell you one thing? And I mean this in all seriousness. You need to address this issue because it will come to the point where you could be somewhere else flying and someone else will say it and they will say, "This is that dude that complained." You have to explain to them, first of all, I know how to fly a drone. I've been doing it for a while, and I in no way, shape, or form did this. This
Yeah.
person is putting themselves out there. And in other words, I don't hear section or violation statute, Recovery One is saying. What they're telling you is you can't do it. If you don't say anything about this, the next time it's going to be worse. You have to write them back. You have to call them back, do whatever it takes and say, look, I totally disagree with this. Right. He's got a pissy neighbor. And if you don't address this, your life is going to be fucking miserable then.
Yeah.
To the point where you can't even take off from your
You're-
backyard. Even
I
if your backyard faces a forest and there are no more houses, you won't be able to take off and go back over that forest because someone's going to say, oh, he's looking in my window again. You have to nip that in the butt.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll definitely, because I shared it with another buddy of mine that flies drones as well, and told him the exact same situation. He's like, man, you gotta call the HOA and tell them, or otherwise, like you said, it's gonna come.
To call the HOA and say, look, I'm in here because you guys let me in here. I live here just like that person, and there are rules that I know I have to abide by. Now, I am a drone pilot, and these are, you don't try and quote them the rules, but let him know. Even Jim's droning says, show your flight record. Show that you was not doing what they were saying. Because if you don't say anything about it now, that's going to be a problem for you, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Mark was just saying that I need to have someone in the legal field to write a letter. I don't no peeping, TJ. But yeah, I don't know anybody that. I thought you were gonna lay down.
It's not so. You can actually get free legal consultation. You can go to a lawyer, and I don't know where you are, but in what state you are, but you can actually find out where you can get. What is that, Herman? What is that, Herman?
He's in Florida, right?
He's in Florida.
He's down in Florida.
Listen to what Recovery One says. Any group that has authority to make rules, enforce violations, are required to the state which violation is being violated. This puts them on notice of established regulations. Right now, you have to get back at them, saying that you are allowed to fly, and you also have to get back and say that I was not doing what this person said. They were having a bad day. I have nothing against them, but they were totally wrong in their accusations, and I have to defend myself.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you're right. That guy was probably having a bad day or whatever, and just wanted to.
Whether he was having a bad day or not, you should defend yourself for the sake of drone pilots in your neighborhood. There may be a guy 3 houses down. There could be. Go ahead, Herman.
No, he needs to defend this, because if he doesn't answer it for himself, because anytime this comes up again, anytime anyone feels to say so, he'll always be known as the guy that's doing this.
Yes.
You understand? So he's got to stop it.
Now, here's the perfect example, TJ. Suppose there's a guy 4 houses down, 3 blocks away from you that has a drone, right? And this guy that pissed off at you sees that drone going over his house back and forth. You're going to get the blame for it. You know why? Because you didn't defend yourself.
Yeah, and I got this in August. I received it in August.
You need to get on it and contact the homeowners association and let them know I'm preparing. I'm getting consultation to address this issue, because by not answering also, that's not good.
All right, yeah, I'll call them tomorrow.
You even if it's to say, look, Recovery One says the HOA or any other group doesn't get the right to make rules on the fly because someone complains. Right, that is a complaint, and you have to. The HOA cannot show you in their documentation where it says you can't fly a drone. Now, they're going by a complaint which said you were flying by someone's window, correct? Or flying over someone's.
Yeah, I was not flying I wasn't flying near anybody's window.
But you have to contact
I just took a screenshot of Recovery One drones. What he was saying.
Yes, yes, and you can show that to someone, and or you I'm sure you can get a free consultation. All you need is for someone to tell you what you can do and what you can't do. I mean, even if you go to a lawyer for a consultation and he says, well, this is what needs to be done, or we've never handled this situation before, it'll be documented and he may be able to point you in the right direction. Jim's droning also said, had the lady see my drone in the air, said was invasion of privacy, said call the police, drone nowhere near her. The police said there's drone nowhere near her place. Um, Tim Jackson says I had a lady say the same thing to me, and now she asks me for pictures of property. All I did is showed her the rules and let her look at my screen a few. Well, see, Tim Jackson's got that deep Barry White voice. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, baby. You know what time it is. That's Florida's legal aid for free. There you go. Gary
Oh.
just said right here. Florida's legal aid for free advice.
I thought you were gonna lay down.
I did when you were up there.
Oh.
It's 9:30.
All right, guys.
Okay.
I have to get going. We're tomorrow's our actual anniversary, but
Oh, so you need to stay out of trouble, man.
yeah,
Oh.
I know. I'm gonna take care of this. I'll take care of it for sure.
Listen, I'm gonna be a thorn in your side. I'm gonna hit you up on Facebook and be like, "Did you do that? Did you do that?" Listen, write it down. Florida Legal Aid. There's a 1-800 number you can call with Florida Legal Aid and ask their advice. Let them know. Explain the situation. I'm a drone pilot. Okay, homeowners association sent me a letter saying I was flying my drone near someone's window. I would never do that. I don't do that. How do I defend myself?
Yeah,
And I also have authorization to fly in areas other than where they say I was. Only people that get mad are the ones that are uneducated about drones. Tim
Yeah.
Jackson. All right, listen. Go
screenshot.
ahead.
I could share that with somebody.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, man. Drone Bum says good luck, and you're gonna keep us posted, right?
Yeah, definitely keep you posted.
All right.
But you guys
All
have a
right,
good.
man.
I'm gonna give these guys a call tomorrow and let them know, like, hey, I wasn't doing this of this nature. I'm a drone pilot. I was just flying for fun. This guy was being a
And
jack.
also, they tend to leave you alone. Also, just throw this in there. Call the homeowners association and just tell them, look, I wasn't doing all of this. This is the letter, blah, blah, blah. And I'm seeking legal representation. Don't say
Okay.
nothing else. I'm seeking legal representation to help me in this issue because this guy is totally wrong.
All right.
And they'll probably shut it. They'll shut it down and they'll probably document it and take names. Whoever you speak to, if the person calls, hello, who am I talking to? You know,
Right.
so you could say Phantom Flight 101 at the homeowners association told me, et cetera, et cetera.
Don't use my channel.
Yeah, both of them.
We're going.
All right, man. Listen, be safe out there, okay?
All right, we'll do.
All right.
Thanks for
well,
coming
easy.
on, man.
Thanks for stopping
Phone
in.
bum, Paul. Thanks for coming in, Paulie. All right. See. Not only does those guys bring you drone news, but we can possibly point you in the right direction. I'm hoping.
You know what? You might have need to have a conversation with somebody.
Well, Rob C, he's
Right.
not really bluffing legal if he's going to call the Florida Legal Aid to ask them what to do. But yeah, I get it. Okay, TJ, 86 stat. TJ, if you're listening, 86 stat.
What
Had
happened?
another ask guy asked me to leave the park, says FPV noisy close to his property. I did accommodate him and move to the adjoining field. Jim's droning, sometimes we have to do that. I've been flying along this beach where I grew up at for 6 years now. And every now and then I'll run into a bird lover and says, you're scaring the birds. And I'm like, I explained to them I've been doing this for 6 years plus or whatever. And I assure you, it's not mating season. The birds aren't scared. And I have I have authorization to fly here. And some of them go away. And like someone said in the chat, you show them your screen, Herman. You're like, look, you want to see? I had the two sweetest little Russian ladies walking on the boardwalk with the ski sticks, walking down the boardwalk. And I came in the land and the ladies, oh, is that a quadcopter? And I'm like, yes, it is. And she's like, I never saw one before. And do you mind if I look? And her mother or whoever she was with was a much older lady, was speaking total Russian. And she came over and she was telling her mother, you know, I guess this is a drone. And I showed her, I took the goggles. I said, you want to see? And I put the goggles on, let her put the goggles on. And she said, oh my God. And she's like, this is what you were saying. I said, yes, I tilted the drone, did everything upside down. And she explained to her mother, she said, thank you so much. I had no idea. And she went on her way. The two sweetest people. And then every now and then you meet a woman like you meet, Herman. The one that was like, why? Herman's like, I'm flying a drone. She's like, why? You remember her, right?
Yeah.
That's true, Gary. We all are ambassadors for the drone hobby. Stay polite and respectful. Let them see what you're doing. Teach them. Yes. That's crazy. Mark Fisher.
It's one thing to teach someone, but when someone has in the back of their mind that your drone over here is spying on their house way over there, that doesn't matter.
Right.
They have it made up in their mind already. And I think that comes from the fact that in the United States, when it comes to drones, we push and pull. You understand? Drones are good. Drones are good when it's helping you. Drones are good in the hands of a police officer. Drones are good, you know, when it's doing this. But anytime it's in the hands of someone that's not working for the police or doing something for you,
stop it, Mark.
Then that guy's a peeping Tom, or he's an idiot, or he's liable to do something stupid. You understand what I'm saying to you? Now you want your pizza, you want your pizza delivered by a drone, but whenever I put my drone up, I'm looking to do something stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Tim Jackson says 100% right. SJM drones is like Karen's. But we get it. And I have a saying, I say it a lot. It costs nothing to teach somebody something, you know, or show somebody something. There's been people, Johnny Max has well said, second step.
But you know what, though, not to cut you off, Lawrence, but with all of the things that have gone on, I'm quite sure that there are people in the United States who are hoping that when they make that call, that they were the guy that stopped something.
Yeah, everybody trying to go viral. I called the police today and they tased this drone pilot. You should have saw it. They had a dog on his leg, the taser on his side, and they had him at gunpoint. And his drone said returning to home. Imagine that. Like you said.
The drone got a video of you laying there on the ground with foam coming out.
The drone's in your face like this, landing in your face while you're in cuffs on the ground. Yeah, become a pizza delivery drone guy.
Yeah, I can see it now. $175 for the 107 test. You make tips.
You see what Recovery One put? Second step, depending on the outcoming of step one, can determine if legal assistance. Yeah, I agree. But you're right. Having a high visible vest, a lanyard ID, and a gray beard is Karen's repellent. Well, Gary, I have a gray mustache.
No, it's not.
That only works in Canada, Gary.
No, it's not.
It doesn't, right? At least
no, seriously. Because I all right. Watch this, Lawrence. I said this to you before. You go into some of the museums, right? You look at New York City art. work, right? You see some of the photographs that people have taken of New York City, right? Throughout the history, you've seen some of these photographs. They show you some of the photographs of kids playing in the park. The sprinklers, right? The sprinkler, remember how you do the sprinkler caps and everything? We did the city thing, right? Kids playing, stickball. If you took those pictures today, what would happen?
You're considered a perv. You can't take those pictures. You arrest that man. He's taking pictures of all the children in the yard, and I think he zoomed in on my breast at the same time. You know. Come on, Herman. We've been flying too long. We've heard
but I'm just saying that's the world we live in today.
Mm-hmm. But yet I want that drone to deliver my pizza.
Yes.
With anchovies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
But it is true what Gary says. If you can lessen the chances of a Karen messing with you by wearing a vest, having a lanyard on, and in your vest pocket having your drone registration and or 107 ID on you.
Well, Gary, we've said that 100 times over here, and people have thought that actually it makes you more visible, but more visible is what you want, because if I'm looking to hide, I'm not looking to be visible. But then if you want to psychoanalyze shit, then people will say, well, then he wants to be visible what he's doing, so that way people wouldn't suspect him to be doing what he's suspected to be doing, because we suspect him to be doing what he's suspected to be doing. So if you want to psychoanalyze the whole shit, people lose their mind with it. But you're always going to find somebody. But like I said, the thing is that what I really believe it is that with all of the stuff that has happened, that people believe that really believe that they want to be that guy that made the call that stopped something from happening. That's what I really believe is happening. I
believe so too. But you see what Tim Jackson put? You see what Tim, and this is a good question, Tim Jackson, because some of the cell phones are better than some of these drone cameras out there. I'm wondering if they think people are watching in their windows with the new phones that are out now, because they zoom better than my drones. Yes. But no one will say that. You could be in someone's window, tap on the window with the phone, tick, 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 and record them like this, and they probably wouldn't call the police on you as opposed to a drone hovering there. That's crazy. The Karen's problem is entitlement. Why 1 million people in New York City, but you're the one I'm peeping for. A lot of them aren't pretty. Big Matt, you get the drum roll for tonight. And then also, you're right, with the Mavic 3 and the 28 times zoom. Hey, Coach Jim.
Oh, here we go. With the
Mavic and a 28 times zoom, I have yet to see anyone point a drone. Thank you, knock wood, whatever. I've yet to see anyone point one of those drones towards somebody's window and say, hey, can you turn to channel 6? Come on. Our drone pilots we're not doing that. Well, I see people looking up the nostril system of the Statue of Liberty with the zoom. That's what I see with the zoom. I see people taking shots and enjoying the features of that zoom.
Mm-hmm. Even though it's catching a lady in her kitchen cooking.
Listen. You remember, Herman, when the lady and her kids this past summer, the lady, the Indian lady and her kids came, Herman, down the beach, and we were flying by the jetty, she says, the lady just cursed us out or something and accused her son of flying a drone, and it was us who were flying. Mm-hmm. This lady was on the beach with by herself.
Around his neck.
I'm not going to say anything bad about the women, but I'm going to say she was on a large towel. Okay, she was on a rather large towel, and she did cast a little bit of a shadow. I did notice this flying by a couple of times, but that's not the point. This young lady, her mother and her son, who apparently had a camera, and his sister. He just got the camera. They were taking pictures on the beach, and they said, "Hey, this crazy lady down there just accused us of flying those drones." You know, and it's lady, all these people on the beach, and somebody want to look at you? Stop it! Stop! Stop! You're crying for help. Are they not?
Well, why did the towel size and the shadow?
Hey, drone guy wrote on. Well, I'm just saying, if the towel looked kind of big on from a drone camera, it was pretty big, all right? That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, beach towels tend to be larger than some.
Well, now when you're flying by at 40 miles per hour, looks more like a flag.
You know what you might have saw?
What?
You see the on the beach out there in Rockaway, they put this like this, I don't know, it's like a tarp or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it goes down towards the beach. It's like blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh,
might
yeah,
have been
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that might have been what you saw.
All I'm saying is, we as drone pilots have enough to go through. Right, Big Matt has it right. Crying for attention, and what Herman said earlier, they want to be able to say, "I stopped someone from flying a drone and looking at children or doing something stupid."
Come on, how many times will they run that on the news? Then they'll be on talk shows and stuff like that. You know, it's always some lonely something that's sitting there that wants to be the.
I'm waiting for the Herman. Before we get to the next news story, I'm waiting for the television show host that's going to have a Karen on there that says, "Yes, these New York drone pilots are driving me mad. Everywhere I go, they're watching me. In the cabs, they're watching me on the 55th story of my job. They're watching me underwater in the Bahamas." I'm waiting. You're going to see on TV, there's going to be some jackrabbit ass fool that's going to be on there complaining about drones.
I want my pizza delivered by drone.
Right, but they still want pizza delivered by drone. Yeah,
because exactly. They're going to get here faster than the guy in the car.
Jim's Droning has it right. They need to know we're not going to risk our pilot certificate looking at your ass. No, he said looking in windows. I just added looking at your ass.
Well, to be truthfully honest, we had an incident here in the city years back. Well, you know what? I'm going to say that not only was it pilot error, but I think it was probably well, we know it was an issue with the drone because it was a GoPro Karma that flew into a woman's window in Manhattan, and
right. So I remember. I was just wondering which one you were bringing up.
Yeah, being is that it was in Manhattan and it was in what was like that was the Murray Hill area. Being as that was the case, we know the guy was flying in Manhattan, so that was pilot error. It was a GoPro Karma, so that was pilot error. And it was a GoPro Karma, so it was technical issues.
It might have been GoPro's problem, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Being is that he was flying in Manhattan, it was pilot error. And being is that he was flying a GoPro Karma, it was pilot error. And being is that it was a GoPro Karma, it was technical issues.
Okay.
So that's why that crashed into the woman's window. I don't think he was being a peeping Tom. He might have been trying to look at something like probably in the opposite direction, but it's a GoPro Karma.
This is true. And with a lot of people don't know, I learned this word, multipathing. When you fly FPV, Night Train knows about it. But when you're flying FPV and you're around a lot of objects like metal or steel girders that reflect your signal, your radio signal, you could be moving forward at 50 miles an hour towards something. And once you fly into an alleyway, Waterside Towers in Manhattan, you're right, Big Mac. Once you fly in an alleyway, now your signal is multipathing. It's bouncing off of the walls back and forth at different angles. And sometimes that forward signal may be received as a reverse signal because you have to experience it to know what I'm talking about. But look it up. It's called multipathing. What's that?
But if you flying on with a GPS assisted drone, all you gotta do is stop moving.
True, but a lot of people don't figure that. Hey, Angie, hope all's well. What's up? Tech support. My bone hurting in my bones, but good. Vacation in a few days. Angie, get a bottle of that brown stuff they call whiskey. Cut on the TV and sit back and chill. Your bones won't hurt for at least for a little while.
Until the next morning, right?
And yeah, next morning, oh, you're gonna feel like shit, but enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Each time, for sure. Well,
seriously, hydrate. It helps take the edge off in the morning.
Those of you who don't know, South Florida Meetup, which is on April 2nd, is 3 weeks away from today. Well, three full weeks away from today.
Wow.
Yeah, already.
Damn.
And we booked those tickets way back in December.
Yeah, that's why we got them for $5.
Yeah, that's what it is. We don't know if you guys got great rates like we did for booking so far out, but we look forward to seeing a lot of you guys there. We're gonna get on with the drone news and carry on with the stream.
I started to get the first class seats, but then I was like, let's just going to Florida. Not like we're gonna be flying to California.
Max there. What's up?
Experience the moment.
Your shirt looks like you haven't tanned in a while. What's up? Dude, I need sun. I was out today flying. You see how light my head is? I was out flying today with no hat on. I had my DJI goggles on, and they fit kind of snug. GoPro's bad. Crap. Oh, they fit pretty snug, but it was so nice out today. What's up, Max here? That I literally was able to take my wool cap off and fly like that with my goggles on.
Really?
Yeah. That's how nice it was out here.
Okay.
But like I said, it's 3 weeks away from 3 full weeks away from today. And South Florida Meetup, we will be so far. I mean, unless something dramatic happens or comes up, if someone offers me more money than I spent on my ticket in the hotel room, I might not come.
You know what you gotta get, Marks? You gotta
what?
You gotta get the t-shirt that says, "I can't hear you. I'm flying a drone." I'll talk to you.
Yes. Someone's got to come up with that. You guys out there listening? We had 60-mile-per-hour winds. Did you hear that, guys? Someone needs to come up with a shirt that says, "I can't hear you. I'm flying a drone." That's it, Herman. That's fact. I like that. I want to come to the Florida Meetup and fly with those guys, but there will be more chances. Yes, Angie, of course. There will be more chances to get a chance to fly with us. I'm just letting. What happened?
Come on down. We're still here.
Yeah. We don't plan on going anywhere for a while. At least a little while, I'm hoping. Big Matt, no, why waste technology like that? I put wheels on mine. Do you remember Sky Productions, Sky Control Productions that was in your stream Wednesday? The dude from Hawaii.
Okay.
Well, there was a dude from Hawaii in your stream this Wednesday, and I went to go check out his channel. I think it's Sky Control Productions, but he's from Hawaii. He flies a Mini. He did something that I thought about that I did to my Hubsan H502S. He put helicopter landing gear on the Mavic Mini.
Okay.
And it looks perfectly. They look like perfect little skids on the bottom of the helicopter, on the bottom of the drone. I'm gonna have to find the video.
When you land these FPV drones, I think you might need that.
Oh well, you saw the way I came in land yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I come in cruising, cruise, hit the ground, flip over. You FPV guys know about that, you know. But anyway, let's get on with this. We got a story. We've been talking about this company. We've been doing the live stream actually for 2.5 years, and for I could almost say what happened, Herman.
No, I'm listening to you.
Oh, I could say for almost a full 2.5 years, we've been doing stories on this company, Volocopter.
Mm-hmm.
They've been in the business 10 years, and they had what you call a how would you say, an investment um round, or what would you call it, Herman? A joint venture
Well,
to see who is willing to
well,
invest money in their company.
no. Well, they were something like a seed round that they would have to,
That's what you would call it, a seed
yeah,
round?
to try to get money for, funding for the cause, you would say, for their to produce their product, to
Right. Well,
complete their stages that they have to go through I don't know. I mean, I guess most of
aren't
this.
they planning on going public as well?
Well, I don't know if I don't know if they've gone public, but
Yeah, the
I
story did
never
say
checked
that
on it.
this
But
money is going to help them go
they,
public towards the end of the story. But anyway,
well, the thing is, I mean,
Volocopter,
I listened to what they had to say about them, and I mean, they're raising money, yes, and they've gotten a long way, but Volocopter has got a lot to say with it. But I mean, as far as this is concerned, I'll let take the lead on it because it is your story. But
well,
Volocopter got a lot of
the
shit.
reason I had picked the story is because we've been doing stories about Volocopter.
Mhm.
We know they have working versions. They've they've applied for the takeoff and landing permits they needed. But anyway, there's a Korean investment lead company called WP Investments.
Mhm.
Atlantia and Honeywell are the top contributors to Volocopter. And they say the pre-money valuation came
Mhm.
to $1.7 billion.
Mhm.
And there was 579 of those dollars were US 575 million US dollars were invested in that as well. And this company, Volocopter, we've done stories on them. This is their full working version. I have a video. I'm trying to
Right.
do the story. I'm
Well,
getting texts
Lawrence,
back
you
and
talk
forth.
about
But
Volocopter.
go ahead, Herman.
You talk about Volocopter, and you talk about Honeywell involved, right?
Yeah.
Now, Honeywell is also involved with Pipistrel, you know,
Uh-huh.
and with the making of the what's that? Was that the Nuva 3000? Or we talked about that, or the 300?
Yeah.
The number was on that. But the thing is, like I said before, you talk about these things of building these crafts and stuff like this. They've been in the business 10 years. Companies
Yes.
like Pipistrel been making electric airplanes for years.
Right.
They're flying. They have these planes are flying. They belong to somebody who I don't know. They're
Well,
out there.
I
This
want, go ahead.
the mere fact that you've got the people who are involved with these type of things. We talk about. Like you mentioned Honeywell, and I said that before. Honeywell is probably doing probably their control system for this thing.
Right.
You know,
Right.
these are companies that have a lot of money invested in these type of projects,
Right.
and
These
and
eVTOLs going green.
right, but you're talking about them now looking to get certain certification. I just believe that as far as the whole eVTOL thing and them doing what they want to do, I just think that it's just a matter of somebody in the FAA side of town saying, okay, let's go forward. because that to me honestly would only be as far as the issue as far as autonomous flight. That's
Right.
that's where I think the major issue comes into concern is with
Well,
autonomous flight. But other than that, as far as with pilots and stuff like that, no,
mhm.
that's
Well,
not really much of an issue.
I like the fact that Volocopter, not only, like you said, has been around for 10 years, but they, and I'm going to say this, every eVTOL company, and if you listen to the stories that we do, they all say this, and listen to what I'm about to read carefully, because you'll hear this with other eVTOL company names in it. Volocopter is the clear leader in urban air mobility space. And everyone's claiming this until you see the first ones in the air. Volocopter also only plans on focusing their market in Singapore, Rome, and Paris. Now, we're only talking about the commercial air taxis because Volocopter also has something called the Volo Drone, which
Right.
they also are bringing into production at the same time. So not only are they going to be doing air taxiing, but
Right,
they
but
already did their what's
Yeah.
that, Herman?
No, I'm
Their
glad
maiden flight.
but I'm
of
glad
the
you
Volo
mentioned
Drone.
that about the air taxi because
Yeah.
their main thing right now, and this is what Volocopter is focusing on. Volocopter is focusing on this thing being ready for the Olympics 2024 in Paris. That's why they're
Yep.
focusing on Paris. That's all they care about right now. They don't care
Yes.
about anything else right now but getting this thing ready for Paris.
Well, this video right here goes to show that the Volocopter, which is their delivery version of the drone, has made her maiden flight with a cargo. I'm replaying the video over successfully in front of a crowd of people. And they also, because of their funding, have sold copies of this Volo drone that are ready to be built and to do urban air mobility. Once
Right.
again, this box, I don't know what it weighs. Everyone's secretive about weights. But if you look at this crowd here, hold on, I'm sorry. I was pulling into the crowd right there. There's a lot of people taking pictures and checking this event out. And 9 times out of 10 right here, those are all investors. They want to see what their money's doing.
Well,
So
investors and people in the office.
yeah, that's true too. People behind the scenes that you don't
People in
see.
the office.
Right. But Volocopter, if you can get seed money to do to get into the billions, you've got funding. I reckon because he don't know his slicer. Oh, I didn't see why I couldn't. I'm sorry, guys. When I'm doing this story
Listen,
or
they
showing
have
a video, it's
they have
hard
a
to.
prototype of a single man motorcycle style seat of that thing. And I just think that's an urban mistake.
Oh, you mean this one right here? I'm gonna zoom in on the picture. This one. Hey, you guys in the chat, really quick. Would you ride in
of
this?
Of course they would.
Would you ride in this? Look right here, man. Check this out. Right here. Here's a single man version. Here's a single man version with the doors and protection. But nah, I'm good. I'm good. I can't see the chat, but I want to know, would you guys ride in this? Seriously, it looks like a motorcycle / scooter. Dude doesn't have a helmet on. There's no crash bumpers, no seat belts. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm good, definitely. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support.
That just looks so crazy right there. Anything bust him right in the face. That's it. Game over.
Right.
Done.
A bug
Done.
could hit you at 60
Game
miles
done.
an
And
hour.
it'll land half a body when it crashed.
Could you imagine?
Still holding the handlebars.
Right. Jim's droning says no freaking way. Exactly. No windshield, no nothing, dude. Even though that was a CGI drawing.
Yeah, okay. Of course it was.
But dude,
by the time you land, you'll be peeling bugs off your
dude. He didn't have a safety
eyelid.
belt around. He didn't have a safety belt around his waist. Come on. You got to make the thing look safe at least, dude. I wouldn't ride it, but I'd let my ex-wife ride it for sure.
They
I
at
feel
least have
bad.
shoulder harnesses on the amusement park ride.
Right. At least at the amusement park, you know your center of gravity is going to keep you in the seat. Oh God, I got something in my eye. I can't. I'm trying to figure it.
You go.
But I definitely would not ride that. And
Why
once
not?
again, welcome to Sunday
Get one.
nights with those guys. We appreciate you all. Gary says he would ride it. You know, see, Gary has this thing. I think
They
Gary's
call it Death Wish.
chasing the Grim Reaper around. Sky Control Productions, aloha, man. How are you?
You heard me, Lawrence?
You're never late, man.
You
As
heard me,
long as you
Lawrence?
come, huh?
They call it Death Wish.
It's a death wish that Gary
That's
has.
what
He says
Gary
he'll ride it. Sky Control Productions. I was just telling him that I thought what you did. I watched your last video. I think it was this morning, and your Mini has landing skids. Those are helicopter landing skids, aren't they?
Oh, I've seen
Because
that.
I actually took something similar, the helicopter landing skids, and put them on the bottom of a GPS drone, and they fit perfect. And when I saw those skids on the bottom of your Mini, I said, those have to be helicopter landing skids. Model grade. It might be the last thing I do, Gary says. But he would do it. I don't know, Gary. If your insurance is paid, life insurance is paid for the month, go for it. Jody, what's good, man? Welcome back. How are you? Hope all is well.
Mm-mm-mm.
But anyway, aloha, Sky Control Productions. We appreciate you coming in, brother. Happy Sunday to you. Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. And we appreciate and love all you guys for continuing. They're made for the Mini too. Amazon. Oh, they're landing skids
Yeah.
made for the Mini too.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I've seen them. But yeah, Lawrence,
Okay.
I'm saying
But
Volocopter.
I'm telling you, look at
If
them.
the Volocopter's focus is on the Olympic Games because they want to have the air taxi shuttling. I don't know if it's the people, what people, I don't know who. I don't know if it's the athletes they want to, try to promote this with. Time will tell as we get close to the Olympics, but I know that was their focus. And I heard in a couple of articles that I've seen.
Here it is.
That was their main focus.
I found it. And this is display demo. I'll show you guys right here. I thought this was so cool because I've always said, why don't they take helicopter skids and put them on drones?
They did do that.
Yeah, I know, but this is what I saw right here. I thought this was
Did
pretty
that
cool.
for years.
Because when I saw them hand catching, I'm like, wait a minute, those look like skids. And apparently there are a few companies out there that
I
do
wouldn't
it.
buy that phone thing though.
I wouldn't buy from this company right here, only because they spelled Mavic wrong. They spelled it Mavic. So maybe
No, but I'm saying
I might not get from that company, but check out, their gear is lit up though.
I'm talking about the phone joints.
Oh, okay.
Land in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. Oh, you're talking about those noodles. Yeah, I
We're
saw.
on the same page. You share it.
Yeah, I saw. No, that's not cool. Mess around, your drone's top heavy and it flips over, kabloop.
Listen, I've seen videos of people landing with those things, and I've seen videos of people landing with those things and the drone flip over.
Hey, Jay Miller, FPV, Sunset Swedens. How are you guys? Welcome
If the
to
drone,
Sunday Nights with those guys.
if the drone flips,
Jody says he could print that.
I got it back.
Jody says he could print that, though.
Okay.
But anyway, here's a question for you FPV guys out there. Night Train, you might know the answer to this. I have an FR7. Sunset Sweden, how are you, sir? Night Train or anyone FPV out there. I have an FR7. I had bi blades for it, but I forgot what angle, 7-inch bi blades for it. I forgot what angle of degree I should get for them. So if you fly FPV long range and you know what size bi blades I should get, Thingiverse. Thingiverse. Yeah, that's it right there. Here you go. Here, Jody was saying he could 3D print those those
The landing gear.
yeah, the landing gear, right? And here we go. Hold on. Here's the 3D prints of them. Right here from Thingiverse. Makes sense. Okay. They
Okay.
even have like a real steady bounce here, but here's a solid one. This one looks pretty solid. All right. All right, that's what's up.
Okay.
The mini 5 gram landing skids. They only weigh 5 grams. That's not bad either. Okay, see, you learn something new every day.
Okay.
Anyway, I would not ride. I'm glad you're doing fine. Sunset Sweden.
What happened?
Sunset Sweden was just saying that he's doing fine, and I
Okay.
was asking how he was doing. But anyway, I need that answer
That's your
because
Victorino.
I have my FR7 and I want to put bi-blades on it. After seeing dude fail safe yesterday, Herman,
Uh-huh.
I'm encouraged to fly mine. I mean, and nothing's funny because I think he fail safe because he went below the line of trees when he was doing maneuver because he flew past us. I did notice, and as he was making his return back, he went down low to do a dive or something, and I think he got the trees between him and his signal. Mine has lights and folds. Okay, nice.
But yeah,
And
the
it's
guy
only
for
5
some
grand.
god unknown reason thought that the other guy thought it was yours.
Yes. But right, those guys you guys don't know what we're talking about. Herman and I were in a local park where Herman shoots a lot of his work and does videos, and the guys, is like, hey, Herman asked him a question about the airfield because Herman's an AMA member, and the guy, I walked over to get the information. He's like, yeah, I got the information right here. And he's like,
No, not that guy.
I know you from that YouTube channel with those two guys. I was like, those guys? And he's like, yeah, you're the guy who flies FPV. So we spoke for a while. Then Herman came over and he went back to the airfield and he had an FR7. Now he had said that he watched some of my videos and he saw one of my videos with the FR7 that I had, a long range cruiser, and he started flying his, and I was wondering where could I get buy props because that's what he had on his. And I heard for optimum cruising speeds of about 60 to 70 miles an hour, you need those buy blades. Maybe I'll look for it while I'm on the stream, though that would be rude. I'll wait until the stream is over.
Well, it's your stream, but no, but
I'm editing one with all 3 times the drone got overheated. Go ahead. What were you saying?
When he brought the drone down, right? And the other guy that was in the field, he thought the drone belonged to you.
Yes, he did. That's what was funny. The drone crashed and he saw me looking in that direction. He's like, the drone is right here. I see him pointing here and his wife is pointing. They were walking their dogs in the field. And the guy actually went and picked up the drone and was bringing it to me. And I'm like, no, behind you. And the guy is there with his goggles trying to see where his shit is or where it's being moved to at the other end of the park. And I was like, no, behind you. And then he turned around and the guy waved like this. And I was like, yes, his drone. But he was bringing me a perfectly operating FR7. That was surprising. He was trying to be nice, though. I understand that. He was trying to be nice.
Those are the kind of people you need out there in the public, not those people who, oh my God, we talked about it earlier in the stream, but my God, when that remote ID comes and you weaponize these Karens, forget about it. Forget about it. You're gonna be in trouble.
This is true.
You might get bumped by one of them getting up in your face.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen. Jim Miller, FPV. I just went to your channel to support you. Thank you for popping in to Sunday nights with those guys. I was originally a camera drone pilot. I fly more FPV than I do camera drone now, but I just supported your channel. Thanks for coming in
Can you
and
imagine that,
supporting
man?
ours. All
Could
right,
you,
on to this next story,
could you
Herman.
imagine that though, Lawrence?
Huh?
You're flying FPV, and
What about?
and you got the goggles on, and your spotter is watching the bird and watching checking out your situational awareness, and all of a sudden Karen comes out of nowhere because of remote ID and tackles you while you got while you got the goggles on. You don't know what hit you.
You're right. You're right about that. That would be nasty. That would be ugly.
You're there like, oh. You got the wind
In
knocked
slow
out.
motion. In slow motion, right? Just, not a problem, Jay Miller. I set my vlog camera for Karen's, but none yet. Sky Control Productions, be careful what you wish for. Telling you. It's just that the Karen rate is higher here in New York City, due to the amount of people. So there are a lot more Karens, but be careful what you wish for, dude. Seriously. But I actually found a link for 7-inch props while I was talking with you guys. But to get to this next story, we have a story here that says I can't talk. The Connecticut police are using drones to catch truckers that are dodging the weight scales. And there seems to be a large rash of truckers out there carrying suspected of transporting harmful devices and materials on local roads that they're not supposed to. So, what happened.
Okay.
I have an idea why you're laughing, but I'll go through with the story. But the use of drones comes as a collaborative operation by response agencies, highway strategic deployment in Connecticut and New York state line on I-95. The police are using drones to where they have weighing stations. A trucker may go through the weighing station and say, look, it's active, and they're radioing back, and truckers are rerouting past to keep from being stopped and weighed. There's supposed to be a certain weight requirement and stuff like that. So troopers successfully, by using Connecticut State Police, are using drones to observe trucks evading weighing stations and attempting to divert at the New York Connecticut state line. Go ahead.
No, I'm just listening to you. I'm listening to
And it's funny because now they, just like California Chula Vista's company, police department, they're seeing how much of this has been going on. The deployment was conducted on a weekend to reinforce, state and federal laws committed to protecting travelers on Connecticut roads, etc. And they never realized how many trucks were avoiding these weigh stations and stop points in the New York State, between the New York and Connecticut state line I-95.
Okay. I'm gonna explain something to you, and I know a lot of people don't understand this and probably don't see this.
Yeah.
But indirectly, because the city sets up these truck routes through the city.
Yeah.
Indirectly, the truckers are keeping the cost of your goods down.
Yeah.
Because if they, by going through these weigh stations and going through these things, the price of your goods will be going up.
This is true.
And the city actually has these truck routes through it, so you can actually maneuver through these streets. The only reason why I know, like here in the city, why it's becoming here in New York City, I can attest to this, is because we have some people who and this is something that was said to me before, he who lives the freest complains the most.
Mm-hmm.
We have guys here that ride bicycles, and a lot of them have a tendency to do some real crazy things.
Right.
So they complain a lot about a lot of things when it comes to the roads, but yet
Right.
they're the ones that's out there getting themselves killed by riding up underneath some of
And
these
causing
trucks that are
and riding
riding
in the
these
wrong
truck routes.
direction. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
I see it all the time when I come to Brooklyn with you. They have bike lanes designated for people with bikes and scooters, and the guy with the bike and scooter is in the lane with the traffic.
yeah.
I
So
see it
here in the
all the
city,
time.
I can understand what they say here in the city. I know what their complaint is here, even though to me, I just see some crazy stuff going on.
Well, yeah, it's just interesting. Why is it that people who know nothing of the subject make the laws? Can drones, guns, cannabis, sky control productions, because they're usually the ones with the money, the
Well,
ones who
yeah,
don't know a whole lot about anything. Freedom
yeah,
of speech
yeah,
lets us
yeah,
all
that
know
is true.
who the
But
idiots are. You're right, Gary.
yeah, that is true. But I mean, in certain instances, but you don't want certain people who do certain things to actually be the ones that are actually creating the law. Like take for instance the cannabis.
Right.
I'm almost positive the guy that smokes cannabis would like for the guy that smokes cannabis all day to be the guy that makes the laws on cannabis.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
That would only make sense. That
To
would
you,
only make sense.
to you or somebody else that might smoke cannabis or who think that it's not the same as like a drug treatment program. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Uh-huh.
There's got to be somebody in there that's like worried about the children. Like, how does this influence the children? How does this
Right.
how does this influence that? Like what's gonna happen if we allow them to sit there in the park all day and stone out?
Right.
Somebody's got to keep it, keep the feet on the ground, 10 toes down. Somebody's got to be there with some kind of, you know,
Morning, Rob. Feet on the ground.
so we can't go too crazy about it. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from. There's always that
Yeah.
guy. It's just like
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Agreed.
said this before,
Bob
the
Casey.
the only deterrent that people seem to have for going to prison is that they don't want to become Bubba's girlfriend. Like prison is just some big raping affair. Like
Right.
I don't know what you guys think of the prison system, but I get where you're coming from.
They do. I do. I understand, but that's scared. That's messed up when that's the only thing you fear about the prison system.
Exactly.
Therein lies the problem. And all you fear about is becoming Bubba's wife and not fearing getting shanked or robbed or in racial riots or whatever. What is Sky Control Productions? Cannabis should be deregulated. Fine me for what I do, not for having it. That's understandable, and they are trying these things. Good morning, night here, feet on the ground. Yes,
It's funny.
feet on
I
the
don't know
ground,
if anybody,
Australia.
if anybody's familiar with. I mean, I'm quite sure you guys that are familiar with what's that reefer madness or whatever they had.
Yeah.
This it's a whole. It was a time where it wasn't even an issue. But we won't even get into that. I mean, I've heard some things about smoking, you know, weed, cannabis, whatever you want to call it, whatever name you want to give it. I've heard some
Mhm.
stories that will blow your mind as far as what'll happen to you from smoking it.
Yeah.
I told you
Yes,
my father's from the old school on that, and I told you
mm,
about that one. What'll happen to
yeah.
you if you smoke that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He believes if you're smoking it, you'll end up with a purse and something like that. And
That's what it is.
Yeah, he's old
Well,
school.
come to Canada. We have weed store on every other corner here. That's what Gary says. Yeah, but Gary, you
You look
can't
at you,
fly a
Gary.
drone. You can't fly a drone near a seagull or a pigeon or a
Hey,
cow.
listen,
Or
listen. They soon get more freedom than we can with flying a drone.
yeah, yeah, this is true, Blau. What I'm saying is with the drones is I bet $100 lawmakers have not flown one drone. Yes, of
No,
course.
I got what you said. No, I totally understood that.
Feet on the ground. I can't repeat that, but I did see what you put. We got one more story here.
What
Okay.
we got? What
This
we got?
story has to do, if you've heard of the Swedish company, the Swedish e-car company called Polestar. Well, they finally have a car that they believe they're a concept. This is a concept car. They want to put it into production. This car comes with its own drone.
Right. Right.
Okay. It is a concept, and they believe from in the story it says the all new electric. It's a roadster sports car. Okay, it's not going to be no slow shit. It's so you're going to pay money for it, but it says all new electric roadster sports car concept has a high chance of actually being made. It's called the O2. Now I'm going to show you a video of it, and then we'll go into the specs. But this video will also show that the drone that comes with it is launches from it and will follow your car.
Mhm.
But we've seen this with Skydio, but this yeah,
You know,
this this
honestly,
car comes with its own drone. Keep in mind, the body is all aluminum, recycled aluminum.
mhm.
Okay, and they're talking about injection molding or something you were saying, Herman, that will make it easier
Well,
to produce.
well, what they call it is body bonding, body bonding molding with this aluminum thing here.
Right.
Basically, all of the pieces are like one big mold. Like,
Yes.
if you want to look at it in terms of like a building, like how they do, you know, cast, a molding. They just
Here's
put
the
the rest.
drone.
It's all molded in one like aluminum piece, and they just put it together. There's really no. It's not like they're not welding the car together. It actually cuts down on where they got to weld by making things in
Right.
one.
Well, they say that they're saving 3,500 to 4,000 rivets doing it this way. But this is the drone. It launches out of the back of the car, which I thought
Yeah.
was cool.
I just didn't understand the need for it. If you told me that this was part of the navigational system, I'm all cool with it.
Right. But just to
You
have
know
a
what I mean?
drone
If you
follow
told
your
me that this
car,
was part of the car's security system, I'm cool with it.
right.
But if this thing is just going to fly around and take a picture of me driving down the street, then I don't know how we're marketing a car for content creators.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to put the clip in because the guy, the
That's
owner,
nice. I mean,
it
it's
is
like
nice.
no, it's a mid-level sports car. They're not trying to keep the cost down on the car. They're trying to keep the ride good because I listen. They talk about wheelbase and shit like that in the
Yeah.
article
Yeah.
stuff I
Yeah.
saw on it. And they're talking about mainly making it an actual car and not so much, you know. But I just don't see that why. And then, for instance, what are you going to do with it? The drone is
Well,
small.
see, the drone is small. My first thing is that looks cool in the whole nine, but that bitch better have optical avoidance like the Skydio too, because if it don't, it's crashing the first
Well,
time out.
it's fun. This is not the first time this has come to play. This has started with like Ford.
Right, we saw
Um,
a Jeep
yeah,
that had drones that lit the road up in front of it, remember?
well, that was with
We did
Audi,
a story on that.
But Ford did this back in 2016. They had an CES, I believe they had a vehicle with this. And then Ford also did this with when we covered with police and the vehicle having this thing in the side, the drone just being able to pop out a box from the side.
Yeah.
For the police department to deploy this drone for accident recovery and stuff like that, reconstruction, and to see what what occurred with the accident. First responder, the first police officer on the scene, to reconstruct the the accident. We did a story on that where Ford
I get it. How many
actually
right,
had
but right,
in a vehicle.
Gary's very valid point. Gary says, how many people want to watch videos of your car over and over?
You feeling yourself. It's just like if you got
right. Uh-oh, Herman froze.
way, you'll buy a car to drive. You'll buy cars that you might collect. And those are cars that you buy to walk around. Take pictures walking around.
Walk around and polish.
Wiping them.
Wiping
them.
Maybe if you get two
videos
cars.
of you walking around the car, wiping them. Then you might, take it out every now and then to let people see you walking around the car and getting in and then driving away.
Right. Sky Control says maybe if there were two cars drifting. Great show, guys. Gone ahead late. Here, it's getting late there in Scotland. Johnny Mac, we appreciate you coming to the stream anytime, man.
Thank you, Johnny.
We understand.
Thanks for stopping in, man.
Yes, we do. We do. Don't
you.
forget to check out Herman on Wednesday nights with those guys on his channel. Write it down. If you're not in a Facebook group,
Wednesday night.
If you're not in the Facebook group, those guys, I'm going to put the link up right now, because if you don't know when the stream is on, Herman always puts an advertisement in the Those Guys group. So here it is. I'm actually a moderator. You have to say, yo, it's me from so-and-so channel or whatever, or I won't let you in. I don't know who it is. And if you don't have any content on your Facebook page, that too kind of hinders you from coming in, because I don't know if you're a Russian bot or what, but this is the link to the Facebook group. Honey Mac, thank you so much for the super chat, man. We appreciate it very, very much. We appreciate you and everyone else. It's almost that time. We got about 3 minutes. Hey, quick question. Sky Control Productions. You still here? If you're still here, I'd like to set up a date to have you come on the stream and come hang out with us in the future. Now, see, Oli Grayson just asked to join those guys, and I'm going to let you know. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you what I do here, so they don't think that. And I'm not the only admin, but
join?
Oli Grayson 4 just requested to join. Okay. And Frank Rizzo also requested to join. Let me just refresh this group
Frank
here.
Rizzo?
Yes. See,
Frank
now
Rizzo.
this may have an issue here. This may be an issue. I don't add people with
Frank
no
Rizzo
content
from
here,
the,
no content on their page. See, this lets you know that this is a bullshit account. So we don't let anyone in. You see, there's nothing here, and no post. Nice try, Frank, but not. You get declined instantly. Now, Ollie Grayson, I'll go to your page, and this is what I see. I see you have drone stuff here, no post, but you do have drone picture. That's a little more than what that dude had. Thank you very much for getting in. And if I don't see any activity, I can always go back and get rid of you, because you have a lot of bots out there, people trying to infiltrate groups to cause mayhem and shit like that. But we wean through all of that. Yeah, so Sky Patrol. Oh, it's Drone Shots. Which one is Drone Shot? Oli is Drone Jody. Okay. All right, see, that I would do. That's how you got in. But the other one, that was somebody listening and saw that I posted. and was hoping that that's somebody just jumping on the Facebook link.
See now,
No,
see
no, he
Jones.
said Frank. No, he says Frank Rizzo. So now you got to try again, Jody. See,
Which
I
one
don't
is it?
know. So which
One is it?
No, he says he was Frank Rizzo. It's me. Then you have to apply again, man. Next time I see
Bump
Frank
over.
Rizzo, I'll know it's not. He's just laughing. He's joking. Okay, cool. Novice Squad. I tried to join that group and someone slammed the door in my face. Just kidding.
Who?
Sky Control. That sounds like fun. That's me. Sounds like fun. OG4. Oh, that's you. Okay. All right. That's what's up. Sky Control just joined those guys, but check it out. Frank Rizzo asked to join those guys again. Here we go. There we go.
Who's
Okay.
Frank
You're
Rizzo
lucky,
now?
man. I don't be
Hold
taking
on,
accounts.
but who's Frank Rizzo?
Jody.
You sure?
Drone shots. That's what he just said. Yeah. Yes, he just said yes. Grant Ariel asked to join those guys. I thought he was a member already. Approved. Okay. Now keep in mind if someone
Him
else
you gotta
does
watch.
something- Yeah, that dude named Gary. I know something about him.
Yeah, him you gotta watch.
Those Canadians, man. You got to keep your
Canadian
eye
guys.
on
gotta
those
watch.
Canadians. Listen, it's 6:31. I got you, Ollie. I'll hit you up on Messenger, Sky. Ollie? Oli. Sorry, Ollie. I have a nephew-in-law, ex-nephew-in-law named Oli. Oli, I'll hit you up during the week. If you want to come on next Sunday and hang out with us, that would be very cool. And if you can set your camera up like near a window or something so I can act like I'm in Hawaii, we'd love it even more. No, I'm just playing. Listen, Sunday nights, we got to get out of here, guys. Don't forget to check out Herman's this Wednesday and Wednesday nights with those guys. Be safe, fly safer. You got anything to say, Herman?
Well, no, nothing. Just that we'll be back again, I guess, on Wednesday. You know, some new and interesting stories. You
Gary
guys
Foster, I got you,
safe
Gary.
out there and stay out of trouble. Especially
Yes. Be safe and fly safer, guys. Thanks, JSK. We appreciate you all.
JSK.
Good night. We out of here.
Good night, everyone.